everyone. We're back today. So this is Social Lens and this is Chu.
And this is Jules.
So today we're going to talk kind of a seasonable topic. Like as you know in Korea this is May and May is the best season to travel because the weather is so breezy and so cool. So today we're going to talk about some travel related social issue. So, as I mentioned, in these seasons, many people like want to travel to another country or just, go somewhere to hang out with friends or families. So, Jules, have you ever heard about some problems that uh, occurred because of some many people?
Ever heard of Bali?
Yes, I heard of it. I know like it's really famous.
Yes, Bali has become one of the most popular tourist destination.
Oh.
But over tourism has also created serious problem for the local people. Can you guess what it is?
I don't know, maybe like there's too many people, so the Bali people like, oh, I don't like these much people like this. I'm not sure.
All right, so let me briefly explain what it is. Um, So, ever since millions of tourists visit the island, every year prices for housing, food, transportation, and land have increased rapidly. So, many local residents now struggle to afford basic living costs in areas that were once inexpensive for Balinese families. Okay, one major issue is inflation caused by tourism. Foreign visitor, especially those earning stronger currencies such as the US dollar or Australian dollar, can spend much more money than local people.
Oh, okay, I see.
Oh, so like businesses wants to earn more profit from tourists, prices often rise to match what foreigners are willing to pay rather than what locals can afford. Things like restaurants, cafes, and shop. Not only those kind of stuff. It's more to local markets are getting higher at same level of how foreigners are willing to pay.
Okay, I see. But I'm not kind of getting it. Like, why is that a negative aspect? Like, if many tourists come in and they use money, isn't it a really great thing for the nation profit and some economic circulation?
You could think about that way. Tourism has helped Bali economy by creating jobs and bringing foreign money into Indonesia, but really, it's the benefit are not shared equally. Wealthier business owners and foreign investors often earn the most profit, while many local workers still receive low wages despite the rising cost of living.
Oh, okay. Like, I never thought of like that kind of economical problem because I always thought really simply like if many tourists are in their own country, the people will like do not, prefer it. I never thought like that kind of chain effect will happen. So is there like any other problems like from people to people not, kind of connected like to just complex economic problems, just simple ones?
All right, I also have one type of I did also experience when I traveled to Malaysia. I was in the most famous water park with my family, and the workers were taking pictures of us. They say, "Oh, it's free. You don't have to worry." And once we try to sign up and ask for the pictures, they say we have to pay for printed photos. They suggest me to pay 50 ringgit, which is 15,000 won. I wasn't willing to pay that much of amount knowing that the minimum wage there is really low, which is for tourism costs, tourism prices, they're telling me. And I say, no, I couldn't afford that much of money to get some printed photos.
Oh, like I think that kind of thing happens really often when, especially there are like many tourists. Like for me, I went to Gyeongju, which is some place from the city from Korea. Like I went like last week, and I was really frightened because there were too many tourists. Like there were Americans, Europeans, and many other countries people, and also Koreans. Were like it was unbelievable. So it was really hard to buy something because of course the owners were like trying to get more prices, and I think those problems just happen because there are way too many tourists in the destination.
Right, right. There's so many rip off around famous tourism places. Wouldn't over tourism also bring environmental problems?
Yeah, of course, because we talked about like human to human problems, but of course the nature is the most you know important thing in the destination. So of course, like I heard about some kind of movie film place. It was in Maya Bay in Thailand, and it was so beautiful. And the movie was a big hit. So almost like 5,000 people went to see the place per day. Like so, in the consequences, the reef was almost dead. Like 70% of the reef were all dead. So the Thailand government had to, just shut down the place and do not accept other tourists. And I think this is, this kind of pop ups the problem, like between tourism revenue and environmental preservation, which should take priority. What do you think?
Uh, I think that it also brings pressure on local infrastructure and natural resources that residents rely on every day, such as traffic and plastic waste, shortage, and pollution. So I think that, in my opinion, environmental preservation is more important than
The tourism thing.
yes.
Yeah, I agree with that because in short term, the huge tourism profit would be like, oh, it's very good. Like, but when time goes on by, and then eventually, if the environment doesn't stand for the tourism, that and then any of the tourism thing can happen. So I think that's one of the problems that we should consider when we open the tourism spots.
Oh, so like, um, as you say, Maya Bay, government could interrupt it by helping it to stop from tourism. Are there some cases that actually government couldn't get in touch with?
Yeah, of course. Like it's not really something with to do with environment, but I could say it is kind of related because have you ever heard of slum tourism?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, actually, I'm really like surprised when I found out about the slum tourism. It is, literally sightseeing poverty, like an environment, like a part of environment. The people go and sightseeing the tragic historical sites or poor people of the country, and there are some kind of packaged products that allows us to see the poor people and how they live and what do they do, and like those kind of things.
Wait, why are people trying to go to rural area places? Is it for documentary stuff or like some type of celebrity trying to get some attention from people?
Yeah, I think maybe some people go to, real pure intention, like to film documentary and try to, let other people know about the terrible the reality. But I don't think that's the whole intention of the tourism. They just want to make money by showing other people their a poor reality, and that is really really non-ethical, I think, because it's like I cannot even imagine like how would I feel if some random people come and, oh yeah, this is Jiu from some house and we can see how she lives and how she goes to school. Like I think that would be really terrible.
Right. There are some places where people actually go to make some.
Um yeah, like for example, there is actually a favela tours in Brazil. It is an actual item and it is so crazy. Like um people just go and see the residents like animals in a zoo, and the people who plan the tour package just makes money, and none of the profits accounts for the actual poor people. Like they are the one who show their life, and they are the one who offers the sightseeing stuffs, and they do not get any profit. And this is really, I really feel bad for them. And is it really ethical to turn someone's daily struggle into a photo or videos? How do you think?
Oh, it does the same cases as like how Bali was, such as like how actually wealthy business people who own those stuff in Bali are getting more money than the local people. I truly understand what it feels like.
Yeah, and these problems occur because unlike the environmental problems, the poor people, the lowest people of the society, they do not actually do any profit for the nation. They do not like work much, or so the government just decided, oh, they do not help us, like they're not really helpful, so we can just um let it happen. Like it is so unrespectful for the people. After all, they are just the citizens of the country, and I really think the government should take care more of them.
Yes, it is really nice to talk deep inside why really everyone is not saying like those kind of stuff, how government are not even caring such as stuff just because it's something less important, but it is something that is more important than any other stuff that are happening right now. But we're just trying to close the media, close everyone's eyesight by not talking about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I really think these kind of problems should be more publicized to many other people, because even I didn't know deep down about these problems. I just found out recently. So it would be really nice that other people in whole world just knows about it better and try something, and just think and pop up with other ideas to fix it. And we could start between ourselves. Like, do you think there is any solution to solve these problems, travel related issues?
Hmm. In my perspective, I think tourism also have to game up toward tourism places, such as we have to know what the culture is before we go there, or like how the wages are for the local people. So for us, tourism, we're not gonna get rip off, and for them to not trying to get more money from us, which will also kind of help. Like, as what I say earlier about my trip to Malaysia, I wasn't willing to pay how much other tourism were trying to pay. So, in my opinion, I think tourism also have some kind of local economy before we're going there, so we will not be spending more much amount of money than we were supposed to spend.
Oh, so that's kind of, personal aspect, like personal effort that we should take. And for my opinion, I think also the government and the society should work on it. Like, we cannot really ban the traveling after all, because traveling and, tourism is really big profitable venture, so we cannot really stop it. But I think there is kind of encouragement that the government can do, like tourist dispersion, like these days we really, we really like social media and we want to post our daily life. So I think people are really, obsessed to go somewhere famous and take a photo and just, make a list of them. But I think now we should um do kind of more slow travel, not
Mm.
rather than checklist travel. Like we can have deeper engagement and smaller footprint with every other destinations. And I think if the governments or the nations themselves just try to, focus on those kind of travels, I think the tourists will follow it and they will like the trend. So I think that could be one kind of solution too.
Right, like YouTubers, influencer, trying to gatekeep those hidden spot. I think it would be
Yeah,
better if they try to show those kind of stuff. It's fine,
yeah.
but not really say out loud, oh, or mention the famous places.
Yeah, I really agree with that. Like, um, everyone should take their own chance to find the hidden places, the hidden gems.
Right,
Like,
right.
they could like have fun finding it. And if the trend is settled down, I think most of the problems that we discussed about will be kind of solved. Yeah, it will be really better after all. So, you listeners can also follow our thoughts and try some slow traveling or finding the hidden places on your own, not just scrolling down and find the spots, already famous spots. And if you have any other ideas, just comment on our section and we will happily read it and discuss about it too.
Okay, thank you everyone for always listening and catching up on us.
Thank you guys. Bye.